and I'm going to move on because the draft is one of the reasons where maybe they're kind of like, yes, we like you, but we're still seeing it still doesn't make as much sense. But I think the other part, and Ab, I'm going to come to you on this one. Where did I put it? You said you went C on our list, and you were saying there's still some moves that we can make. You talked wide receiver. I know how you feel about running back. Are there still people out there? We know Diggs got picked up today by the Patriots. We know we weren't looking at Russell Wilson, but he got picked up by the Giants. That's going to be interesting.
So 1 year deal.
Is there anybody else that you're looking at right now that maybe Washington can still look at now before the draft or even right after after the new league year starts?
Give me 1 second. I'm pulling up the free agency list, bro.
I can dig it.
Because so I can go by positions. I don't know who exactly who all is out there, but running back, I think we could have gone there. We could have addressed that. Definitely wide receiver and also defensive end. That's my short answer for right now. But defensive end, we definitely, especially with moving with Fowler going to Dallas. Even though I didn't care for Fowler or re-signing him, I told you and Will that I think Washington's looking for somebody that spends a little bit more time at the position and not just situational. Fowler was only on the field 57% of the time of the snaps. So, what's his name? Hendrickson, he's about 70. I think he was more like 75%. And I think that's where they're leaning towards, somebody that they can have out there a little bit more than situational. So defensive end, I think we need a free agent there, and then also attack that in the draft. But wide receiver also, I do think we need a free agent, or maybe they are trying to see what McCaffrey got. Maybe he can step up and be number two. I think they're using Debo. I don't think they're using him as a number two. I think they're using him more of a
slot. He's like a slot, yeah,
like a Christian McCaffrey type, like a home run type. Like
he was like our was it our Gibson?
Or Curtis
Gibson
Samuel.
Wasn't even really our Gibson, you know.
So no. I was thinking somebody.
Curtis Samuel. He was a wide receiver, but then he also came in the back.
Gerson. I was thinking Gerson.
Sorry. Yeah. But he's pretty much all over the place, you know. Like he's our home runner that I'm saying that we needed, and I'm all for it. I think he might need to lose about 15 pounds, though. That's my opinion, but honestly, if he's still got it, he's still got it, and looking forward to seeing that. But short answer: defensive end, wide receiver, maybe running back.
Yeah, I'm down for a running back without a doubt. Like I know Brian has been here, Eckler has been here. I saw that Chubb and was it Devontae Adams, and who else was on there? Najee Harris were on the free agent list.
No, Najee with the Chargers.
He with the Chargers or something like that.
Najee got traded to the Chargers. Yeah, I'll bring up the running backs list.
I haven't seen it updated, but that's honestly that was my thing. Was I think Brian and Eckler, yes, they're a good 1-2 combo, but I think Chris Rodriguez deserves a chance to either try for number 2 or number 1 at least. And we need to bring another one to be his backup because I think we need to move on from that situation. As not saying it's a bad deal, but I think it's a business move at this point. We need to find someone that can get into that touchdown zone a little bit more than what Brian had. Not saying he didn't have enough, but the option of having that. And yeah.
I like Nick Chubb on that list.
Like that's what I saw 2 days ago. Nick Chubb popped on there. I was like, but other than that, J.K. Dobbins would probably almost be like a McKissick to us. But I don't know if we would need. My question is, do we need a light running back or do we need a heavy hitter running back right now?
So just to interject, like I think we just we shouldn't get too distracted on like the fool's gold of like their namesake. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys that you guys mentioned are injury prone. Chubb is coming off of 2 knee surgeries or some shit like that. Like so, and also you guys got to look at their ages too. They're getting pretty close to that. I'm old.
32
shit time frame for running backs. So like honestly, like I see why I can for right here. I can see why we don't go running back in free agency. And that's where you would go draft. You know what I'm saying? Like the easy answer is we go draft, especially the deep draft class. You go running back in this draft. But wide receiver, that's another thing. But that's just my 2 cents on the running back free agency guys.
B, what you think? Or no, B, you answered. Alex, what you think?
Yeah, I feel like Ab said it. I don't think we should go running back in free agency because I mean we already did that with Austin Eckler. He was our free agency running back last year, so I don't think we should do that. I think we should get a running back, if anything, in the draft for sure. DN also. I think they're gonna get a DN in the draft. My thing is linebacker. I do love Bobby. Obviously we got Frankie Louvu here to stay. You know, he was on a 3-year deal, so he got 2 more years. But I do like the young boy we got that was backing him up. What's his name? I can't think of his name. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Who is it? McGee. Yeah, I like McGee. I would like to see more of McGee. But I would like to see them draft a linebacker also. Even possibly another cornerback for sure. I know we got Jonathan Jones. I know he's up there in age, but Mike Singletary and then Lattimore, you know what I'm saying? Cornerback for sure. I think this draft that we do is definitely gonna be a lot on defense. Yeah, definitely. And then like Ab said, well, wide receiver for sure. I know we still got KJ Osborne out there. Noah Brown we signed back. That was a good sign. We definitely did because I mean he showed a lot at number 2. Obviously we got Debo and Terry. And I think Crowder didn't come back, did he?
Not yet, I don't think.
Yeah. So I mean, I think right now everything really is just going to be into the draft. I don't think we're going to look at no more guys. I know we loaded up a lot on D tackle in this in free agency though. Like we got this dude named that he came out of retirement with the Bears and he came back. He was a real big dude. What was his name? Eddie
Wise.
Goals.
Yeah, we got Wise, and then we got Eddie Goldman. Yeah, he used to be a beast. Hopefully, you know. Oh, and not to mention another free agency that came out of retirement and coming back is Michael Gallup. So I'm pretty sure he's trying to show some at wide receiver. So I really do feel like a lot of these guys that we got on 1-year deals. I think everything else is with the draft. You know what I'm saying? For sure, the draft. I think when we talked about it before we started this show, man, I think we might trade back for sure to get more draft picks and get a lot of young draft guys.
Let me ask you this: does it give you confidence that you got a couple guys that are coming back that had decided to retire for one reason or another, and now we're getting them? Are you confident in that? Because that kind of scares me. That I like the injury thing. The same thing we say about Chubb. The same thing we could say about Gallup. I mean, Gallup was out for a full year. Like. So does that am I confident? I am excited that he's not our number 1 or number 2.
Right.
But we're banking on him being what he was
before
he got hurt.
Yeah, and I think these guys are also trying to make the team. I think it feels kind of good that these guys coming out of retirement and they actually want to play for Washington. I mean, y'all know how our history is. How many players like didn't want to just come to play for us?
Right.
They just really.
Let me just stop. Real quick.
We tried this.
If you retired, you'll come back and play for anybody.
Hey,
You play for anybody who's giving you that.
hey, you're right. You're right. No, you're absolutely right. But these players, if you
But
look
they
at
got
it,
to be elite.
these players are loving Dan Quinn and Adam Peters and just the front office in general with the organization. It's a whole different culture, different. It's a whole different vibe in the building, man. So a lot of players I've heard. I mean, even like Will Harris coming to us. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys, they want to come to play for us, man, and it feels good, man. It's a whole different culture, man. It's not, and we're not the old skins that we used to be. We're a whole different team. You know what I'm saying?
I get that, and I agree with that. I'm asking you about the guys that came back from retirement because they retired because of injuries. Are you confident that they're going to come back healthy?
Sky's the limit. I don't know. You know, I think they have something to prove. You know what I'm saying? They got something to prove, just like everybody got something to prove on them. You know what I mean?
They could have something to prove and still say you're worried that they have injury issues. Two things could be correct. They could have
I mean, I get that, but I mean,
be like, I'm kind of worried because these guys were injured.
No, I mean, I'm not, man, because at the end of the day, it's football, man. I mean, it's a tough sport. I mean, injuries gonna come along, but now I'm not worried about that. I'm just, I mean, it is what it is.
The trainer gonna be hyped up on some codeine, ready for them to come off the sideline. That's all.
Yeah, man, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. I'm just, I just hope they produce. You know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like some of the age stuff, yes. I feel like it would be an issue. Like, I mean, I'm worried Eckler is coming back for his next concussion in game 2, like, and then he's out for the whole season.
But that's my point. That's my point. It's natural to worry about a player getting hurt. Even Jaden 5, it's natural to worry about him getting hurt.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sitting here saying, "Oh, these guys are bad. Look, no." I'm saying, is that something to be naturally concerned about? Like, yes,
without a doubt,
they came here, but damn, he might only be on one leg. It's the same reason why you don't get Chubb. We're not getting Chubb from 2 or 3 years ago when he was the best back in the league.
Right.
We're getting Chubb from that nasty knee injury where his knee bent backwards. I'm scared by that. That doesn't mean I'm dogging the team. It just means
I guess like
I'm not saying dogging the team, but did Michael Gallup have a real bad injury? I didn't know. I don't.
Oh yeah, he was out for a full year. He tore his ACL.
Okay, he tore his. Okay, all right. Yeah. I mean,
I guess it's the point of when you see them out on the field, are you expecting them to play elite or are they playing safe? Are they playing like, what? I'm going to give you my 100% until I get injured again, and if it happens, it happens. Like, you got to just find players that are just going to leave it out on the field, whether or not they get injured. They get injured.
Yeah,
but that's the risk that
you're saying. At the end of the day, you can't hold your breath on injury because it's going to happen. It's football. I get that. My whole point that is just for me, I still want to secure it. And it's to Ab's point that I don't think we're done at these positions. If we don't do anything else right now, I do not feel secure on the depth chart after Debo. The other guys are decent. Yes. I'm hoping for their success. Yes. But I'm not looking at them and being like, oh, you got AJ Brown, oh, look, I got Debo Bob and this guy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that they're good.
Right.
So that's my point. Ab, you were about to say something?
I was wondering what Brandon was thinking.
I'm a little worried about the Michael Gallup situation. He had a torn ACL, then sat out a whole year. That's 2 years not playing football.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes. When people get hurt, like I am worried about Austin Eckler. When he made his comeback last season, every single carry he took, I was like, yep. Is he okay? I actually felt like maybe I was doing my best Ron Rivera impression when Alex Smith made his comeback, and Ron Rivera was like super candid, and he was like, I was terrified to put him back in, and Alex Smith got super offended and was like, I felt, like they didn't trust in me and really want me out there? And he was like, yeah, I was terrified to put him out
Yeah.
there. You know, who wouldn't be in their right mind? And then in like the first play when that massive linebacker was on top of him and he was like holding him and it was like,
I mean, I would have wished he had the carrier helmet on for the rest of the year after that, punt return incident, but he didn't wear it.
So we'll see how the injuries play. I'm a little worried about them, and you probably should be, right? Because it is a brutal game. They got Guardian caps now for a reason. So,
and just to add to that, I think returning after a year out, I think that's just something. That's just basically saying to me is that they're a depth piece and not a crucial piece. You know what I'm saying? And especially a 1-year contract. If you sign a 1-year contract with the team, to me, you're roster bubble material. Also, you know what I'm saying? Like, so these aren't guys we're depending on. Like, even Jonathan Jones and everything like that. Like, what if we get a cornerback in the draft and he does really well in training camp? He could push any of those cornerbacks that we just signed for a year right out the damn door.
Right.
And no issues at that. So to me, these 1-year contracts are saying it's just we can't depend on them. And also, we're talking about Gallup. I just want to add this in here. Gallup has not had a respectable season since 2020. 2020, guys. Okay. And when I say respectable, that's 800 yards. Every other season he played after that, 400, just over 400. Okay, so he has not had a respectable season since 2020. So, like, we can't even look like again 1-year contract. Can't really look at that as, hey, this guy's part of the team. Okay, like it's just like there's a lot to be imagined there, and and it's a lot. And just like Sean said, you have to think about it. You have to be weary about what's going on there with these free agents we got.
It's going to be interesting, and we'll definitely see as this thing plays out.